Alright guys, raise a finger if you think the attack on Rihanna's home was planned. Yeah, a lot of people still find it hard to believe that some random woman just knew Rihanna would be home. She drove straight to her exact address in a Tesla, showed up with an AR, parked across the street, and fired it 10 times. To some, it feels like she knew exactly what she was doing. Now, do you also find it oddly coincidental that Nicki Minaj has been speaking out about people, including Jay-Z and Roc Nation, allegedly wanting to take her out? And this comes right after she went through multiple swatting incidents.
Nicki Minaj was the apparent target of a swatting call last night at around 7 p.m. The LA County Sheriff's Department received a call claiming an assault with a deadly weapon had occurred at the Grammy winner's Hidden Hills residence. The caller claimed somebody had a black female adult, and two suspects wearing all black were still on the property. But when deputies arrived at Minaj's residence, there was no evidence of any crime. Now, this is not the first time the rapper has been the target.
You know what really caught people off guard after that interview with Jag was how Jay-Z and Beyoncé's attorney, Alex Spiro, chose to respond to the claims she made by saying, "There are rumors, and then there is outright nonsense." And according to them, what Jag stated went beyond rumors into a direct and formal accusation of something serious. They even issued a legal warning to peers, requesting that the interview be removed in order to eliminate what they described as a false claim that was, in their words, clearly untrue. Guys, Jay-Z and Beyoncé almost never address anything publicly, and there have been countless accusations made about them over the years. So why did this specific claim seem to hit a nerve? You tell me, is it just coincidence that so many individuals keep repeating similar things about Jay-Z? Why does his name keep coming up whenever these types of allegations are discussed? And by the way, when people looked through Ivana's social media, they also found that she appeared to be a supporter of both Beyoncé and Jay-Z. And some people are saying that might not just be random. Others are also pointing out that if this had really been nothing more than the actions of a disturbed fan, Rihanna likely wouldn't have gathered her entire family and left Los Angeles. But instead, because she may feel like the threat hasn't fully passed, she decided to leave. And if what people are saying holds any weight, Nicki may have already tried to warn Rihanna ahead of time. Now, I can't confirm whether any of this is true or not, but you can decide for yourself. Do you think Jay-Z and Roc Nation could have had any involvement in what happened to Rihanna? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, everybody.
When you die, God is taking me to my future. You want to kill me the way that Rihanna wants to kill me? Her spirit is in the spirit of the world, and it is very non-purposeful. Rihanna's over there, and she's there with the devil. They don't want me to get money. They don't want me to be successful. I made $3,000 one day on a day trade trading NVDA, and then Rihanna, she pops up in the spirit with the devil, and they're like, "Meh, meh, meh, meh." And then they went over and they attacked a legal case. They went and attacked my lawyer, Jennifer Meister, and they took her spirit and her energy, and they were just right there. Like, I could see the vivid as day.
That's Satan. He just wants to something beautiful, just like his Rihanna.
You guys need to wake up and don't give that girl any attention. They want to come over here.
Well, here's the connection people are making. Allegedly, Rihanna is being described as a key witness to a supposed transporting scheme that some claim is tied to Jay-Z and Roc Nation. And according to these same claims, Nicki Minaj tried to warn Rihanna before the attack because she had already been gathering information on Jay-Z, but Rihanna didn't take it seriously. Just to be clear, these are all claims circulating online with no verified evidence. But here's how the situation is being framed so you can decide for yourself. To begin, look at what Nicki Minaj experienced before she started making these statements about having a target on her back tied to Jay-Z and Roc Nation. In June 2023, police showed up at her residence after receiving a false report about her son being in danger. Then, a month later, authorities responded again to another false claim, saying shots had been fired at her home. But when officers arrived, nothing had actually happened. Police later identified the suspect as Stephanie Bell and charged her with 2 counts of reporting a false emergency. Nicki even addressed it publicly, saying a warrant had been issued and thanking investigators while noting charges were filed for both the swatting call and the false report. Unfortunately, that wasn't the last incident. A third situation occurred when the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department received a call claiming a friend had fired at a black adult woman around 7:05 p.m., with 2 suspects reportedly dressed in black. officers rushed to the scene again, surrounded the home, and once more found no evidence, and the house was empty at the time. Now, in Nicki's case, the conversation has moved beyond swatting incidents. She has claimed her life is in danger due to speaking out about alleged wrongdoing tied to Jay-Z and Roc Nation, suggesting that anyone who could connect certain dots might be at risk. This is where Rihanna gets brought into the discussion. Rihanna had previously been targeted by swatting as well, but this situation escalated further when Ivana Ortiz, a 35-year-old licensed speech pathologist from Orlando, Florida, showed up at her home while she was with family and opened fire. Thankfully, no one was injured, but the incident was extremely alarming for Rihanna, her family, and nearby residents. Ortiz was arrested within about 30 minutes and charged, with bail initially set at $10 million before being reduced to around $1.8 million. What made the situation even more disturbing was her social media presence, which included multiple posts targeting Rihanna, calling her a witch and making extreme claims that Rihanna wanted to harm her, even comparing her to something evil. She also posted that Rihanna was stealing her thoughts, interfering with her life, appearing in her dreams, and preventing her from living the life she believed she deserved. She went as far as claiming that once Rihanna was gone, she would finally receive the destiny meant for her.
Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping
Porter?
people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. And everyone knows it. The wiretapping of the phones, putting air tag on children during visits. These are normal practices.
Okay, guys, it's possible the incident at Rihanna's house was simply the actions of a disturbed fan. But now, after taking a closer look, some people are saying this might have been orchestrated by powerful figures who allegedly wanted Rihanna gone. And at the top of that suspicion list is Jay-Z. Why? Allegedly, Rihanna is a key material witness to a transportation operation Mr. Carter is supposedly running at Roc Nation, which is the same situation Nicki Minaj has been speaking about for months. And you know what? It's not just Nicki who has casually suggested that Jay-Z and Roc Nation could be tied to some very questionable illegal activity. See, Rihanna's former publicist, Jonathan Hay, openly stated that he was questioned by federal agents regarding Rihanna being unlawfully transported across international borders by Jay-Z. The thing is, not too long ago, there was a documentary titled The Disturbing Death of Jay-Z's Mistress that was uploaded on YouTube by Traplore Ross, which focused on the mysterious death of Kathy Corey White, who passed away in 2011 after reportedly suffering a brain aneurysm. Of course, y'all already know the long-standing rumor has been that Corey may have been taken out by Jay-Z while she was allegedly pregnant with his child. But let's not focus on that right now. What stands out more is how several interesting details also surfaced in that documentary involving Rihanna. For example, her former publicist Jonathan Hay was mentioned, as he represented Rihanna at the very beginning of her career when she was working on her debut single, Ponder Replay. Basically, he was the person closely working with Rihanna during the time when rumors of a relationship with Jay-Z started circulating. Okay, as soon as the documentary was released, Jonathan said his phone had been constantly blowing up since the controversy started resurfacing, and he posted on Instagram, "I was mentioned in this explosive and viral documentary by Traplore Ross that was featured on Academics that has made my phone blow up over the past week. Recently, Jaguar White has also spoken about this controversial situation, and as I was the publicist for Ponder Replay, Rihanna's debut single, it's time for me to finally set the record straight, because this has gone way too far. It's shocking, messy, and honestly just insane. Get ready, because what William Mosley and I have experienced over the years connected to this historical situation needs to finally be addressed. Yes, people will be shocked, but the truth deserves to come out." Guess what? He actually followed up with an interview on All Hip Hop, and just like he said, Jonathan went into detail. Apparently, he claimed he was stopped by federal agents, who he said had been closely monitoring Jay-Z since his situation involving Lanson Rivera, and he was also being connected to an incident involving R. Kelly during their joint tour. Jonathan said that one day, unmarked law enforcement vehicles approached him, and the individuals introduced themselves as members of a federal task force and requested to speak with him. So he agreed to go with them, completely shaken. He explained that as he sat in what he described as a desolate makeshift interrogation room while they questioned him, the seriousness of the situation fully hit him. According to Jonathan, the agents made it clear they were investigating Jay-Z for allegedly engaging in inappropriate activity with Rihanna before she turned 18 and transporting her across international borders. And they also told him she wasn't the only one. There were others. Doesn't this sound similar to what Diddy was being investigated for? The same Diddy people have long suspected was connected to Jay-Z? And by the way, when Diddy was under investigation, there were also reports circulating claiming that federal agents had already reached out to Jay-Z because they believed he may have been involved or possibly operating a similar network. So this could mean Jonathan Hay didn't just make this up. Maybe there is some truth behind it. Still not convinced? Okay, let's also take a look at what Jaguar Wright had to say recently.